How's it going, everybody? It's Chris, and we're back with average anime reviews. And if you don't know what the series is, it's basically me giving an average review of an anime that I just recently watched. And today's anime that we'll be reviewing today is Bubuki Buranki. Just to let everybody know that there will be minor spoilers when I talk about this anime, so just to let you know in advance. So to give you a basic premise of what this anime is about, it's basically Azuma goes down to Earth because his family was on a place called Treasure Island, as he says. Things occur with his father and his sister, and they end up going down to Earth. And then when they reach down to Earth, they realize that the government's after them. But you'll see why when you watch it. But throughout the series, he meets new people, becomes friends with them, and then you realize, okay, they all have a certain gift, which I didn't mention before. The gift basically gives them the ability to wield these weapons called Burankis. And what Burankis are is basically an ancient weapon that's passed down by their families. And basically they have all awesome powers. But the 5 characters that you meet and you see throughout the series all have a Buranki. But their Buranki represents a being which they can combine together and create Obu. Each character represents a part of Obu, and one represents the left hand, the other represents the right arm, left leg, right leg, and so on. And then there's the heart, who is Azuma. Now throughout the series, they confront several enemies. You got Reiko, who also pilots a giant mech who is called Entei. Now Entei looks pretty dope compared to Obu, who kind of looks like a football player and is like really buff and really basic compared to the enemies. Mech, pretty much she has like a really elaborate design, but for some reason she only has the torso, and you'll see why once you watch the series. But enough talking about what the series is about. Let's talk about what I thought about it. Now overall, I thought the anime was okay, but I felt that the series, for only 12 episodes, I felt that it should have been a longer season, or just put the entire series into one bunch. And I felt that they could have done this in 50 episodes instead of 12 episodes. What I mean by that is that when you watch it, you learn about each character, and the time given for each character, I felt that was way too short for what they gave them, because when you see their backstory, I felt that they could have fleshed that out into maybe a few episodes each for each character. And with that, I felt that it could have been done a little bit better. When you see one of the characters' backstories, it's pretty rough for them, and some of the episodes where they feature like an individual backstory for a character, I felt that it was kind of done a little too lazy, and like I said, it should have been done in a few episodes. Like, I don't have an issue with them like putting filler episodes about the backstory, because I feel with that it could have been a lot funner anime, and we could have learned a lot more about the character. Now, if I were to give a favorite character in the series, I would definitely say Shizuru, because I felt that her backstory was one of the best ones, and very unusual way to explain who she is. But when you see it, definitely focus on that part, because her backstory is pretty interesting. And I absolutely love the way how she fights and her weapon, and just the color scheme and the design of the character. I'm a big fan of that type of character design. It's not only the main characters or the heroes of the characters, it's also the villains in the series. I felt that, okay, we get very little backstory with them, and near the end they introduce some characters that I felt that it was absolutely pointless to add, because you barely get any info about them, and they look pretty cool. To be honest, the villains in this series look way cooler over the heroes of the show, because I don't know, I think that's a rule when it comes to show. But yes, I felt that they lack backstory when it came to the villains. And they added, I felt, too many of them right away within a 12 episode series. I felt that with the villains, maybe they could have taken maybe 10 episodes each for this set of villains, and then another 10 episodes for this set of villains, and so on and so on. That's how I felt that it could have been done for this series. Like I said, it should have been a 50 episode series. I could understand that they want to throw down all the villains all at once, but I felt that, like I said, they should have just threw them out, spread them out into a 50 episode, 100 episode, whatever they need to do, so we can learn more about them. But let's go back to what they wield, is the Burankis. Now, the weapons in this show look absolutely awesome. Like, they're so like in detail and intricate designs, and even to the enemies, I felt that they look pretty cool. And one episode, you see a Good Smile store, which I'm guessing that they're probably going to be making figures out of them, and I would be more than happy with buying the figures of them. Even though with all the issues of the series, the designs of the weapons and the characters, I felt that look awesome in it, and that's one of my favorite things about the series. Even to Reiko's Entei, who looks absolutely evil as hell, I felt, and also Obu, the main characters, you know, mech that they wield, they look awesome. Even the intro to the series, I absolutely loved. Like, there's one part of the intro that kind of reminded me of Gurren Lagann. I'm not sure if this is made by the same people. I could be wrong. Correct me if you want. And at some points of the series, there's, when it comes to the action scenes, now they look dope as hell for sure, but when it comes to like them colliding, it kind of look kind of messy with the animation. But that's just minor, and I was still able to enjoy the action scenes that they had. Overall, the anime was pretty fun. I felt that they could have fleshed it out into a 50 episode series, like I've said countless times. But it's still a fun anime to see, and if you really want to see these weapons that I'm talking about that they use, I would definitely recommend it because they look awesome as hell and so intricate and so on. But yes, if they could fix the story, maybe hopefully in the second season, maybe they could flesh it out into a 50 episode series in the second season, I think it would be a little bit better. If you do want to see a rating and a full review of the series, feel free to check MyAnimeList, where there will be a link below. Now, the review will probably be up like in the next day or so, but I think that'll be it today. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Maybe you agree with what I said, disagree. You can leave in the comments of what you thought and what you thought of the review overall. And yes, I think that'll be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video if you want to show it to somebody who wants to watch the series but want to watch a review. But yes, I will be signing off. Peace with butt grease. Have a good day, everybody.